Hey there, Steve Rubis with another installment of Capital Markets Investor Relations in 2 minutes or less. Today we're going to talk about what Semrush's fourth quarter earnings teaches public company executives. And it starts with the premise that most public company management teams believe their stock is undervalued, and even more likely believe that being statistically cheap is enough to get an investor to take a position in the stock. And management teams need to be mindful that a stock can remain statistically cheap forever. And if management teams appreciated this premise, I would not be unemployed. So let's look at the 4 keys to attracting the long-term investors you want and getting your stock to work. And it starts with credibility, catalysts, storytelling, and financial expectations management. And the problem for most companies is that a Big 4 auditor or a corporate FP&A person who becomes CFO does not have these soft skills or abilities of finance. And where it all typically falls apart is with financial expectations management. And why is that? Because people who are auditors or corporate FP&A types typically lack the understanding of the importance that financial expectations have on stock valuation, and they don't have the ability to create good guidance. Good guidance is an art form. It's not as simple as X plus Y equals Z. There's an art form to it. So let's look at Semrush's fourth quarter earnings. And like most SaaS companies, they had a great fiscal year 23, a lot of revenue growth, ARR growth, great net dollar retention. The problem was everything fell apart with guidance. They had a SaaS explosion. Now, their guidance was only about 1% or 2% below the midpoint of consensus, but the stock is still down 20% since earnings. And this just illustrates the sensitivity to guidance that valuation has. So, the key thing for public company executives to remember is that if you have an accountant or FP&A type CFO, add an accomplished investor relations officer, and you're going to unlock a ton of shareholder value. It's that investor relations officer who's going to be able to deliver on the 4 soft skills of finance that will make your stock work over time. Thanks for watching. Always here to help with your capital markets, investor relations, and corporate finance needs.